What is? We are live. We're live. It wasn't doing anything, so I didn't know. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Kelly CC, also known as the Speaker Mogul, and this is an episode of Behind the Six Speaking Industry Expo. Wait, let me bring my mic over here.
I can't hear you. All of a sudden, I don't hear anything. You're on mute on mine.
Girl, because I put myself on mute.
It just bees that way. You know, technology don't want us to be great, but we still two dope queens. We're going to get it popping. Come on.
Listen. Okay, so listen. It's Kelly CC, also known as the Speaker Mogul, and this is Behind the Six. And today, I have my dear friend, Precious L. Williams, also known as the Killer Pitchmaster. And I'm excited to have this conversation because if you've never heard Precious, if you've never seen Precious, oh, you're in for a treat. And for those of you who really want to experience Precious, then you need to be at the Speaking Industry Expo, March 16th through the 18th, 2026 in Atlanta. You see it scrolling across the bottom. Go get your ticket. The QR code is up there. Go get your ticket.
Come
like
through.
all the things. But before we get started, I need Precious to introduce herself because I always tell her this. Nobody can introduce Precious like Precious can introduce Precious. And then we're going to get all into the good with my good friend. So Precious, tell the people who you are.
All right. So have you ever met a bad bitch with a power pitch? Well, now you have. My name is Precious Williams. I'm the proud founder and CEO of the Perfect Pitch Group. Some of you have seen me on Shark Tank, CNN, Wall Street Journal, movies and documentaries around the world. Still black on both sides, no Brazilian butt lift, no six-pack ab. I am an attorney turned serial entrepreneur, international professional speaker, five-time number one best-selling author. And more importantly, if you've ever heard of the companies BMW, Verizon, Blackstone, and all of them, they are my clients. And it's not Black History Month. It's not Women's History Month. I'm booked year round. But I came to this game as a killer pitch master, being a 13-time national elevator pitch champion who raised almost $1 million for a company that I was told I was too fat, too black, and didn't have an Ivy League degree for. I'm still laughing all the way to the bank 16 years later after being told that. So if you love the show Shark Tank, hope you loved my episode because I left the sharks in awe. And so I'm excited to come to the Speaker Expo. And yes, I'm the proud founder and CEO a Perfect Pitch Group. We show you how to make it rain and slay the game and take your pitches from trash to what? Straight cash.
See, y'all, there's no way. There's no way.
Ridiculous.
Listen, there's no way that I can introduce her like that, right? So I have to say, like, Precious and I met years ago online. And have turned that online into a really deep, respectful, loving, kind relationship. And I am so thankful that I responded to a message that you posted on social media when you were writing your first book, and just gave you my honest opinion about it. And
she gave me that true tea.
Yeah.
Do you know why? When you gave me that. When the book is called Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only. My first book that came out when I was 40 years old. And some people said it would never work. Debuted at #1. Forbes magazine reviewed it. First billboard in Times Square. So when I tell you Kelly knows what she's talking about, she does. That's why you need to be at the Speaker Expo, because I'm trying to tell you, I thought I was a baddie by myself. I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Trust that. Shout out to Neo.
You're out of control. So Precious is going to be one of the featured speakers at the Six, and we have to thank our sponsor, Verizon Business, for that, because Verizon is sponsoring Precious as our speaker. And Precious is going to do a session called Fix My Pitch Live. So if you just joined us and you didn't hear her pitch in the beginning, her introduction of herself, you need to go back and listen to that, because these are that's the type of thing that Precious will help you to do, to not just show up like everybody else and say the same quote unquote elevator pitch that everyone else says. So, Precious, let's talk about this generally. Let's talk about pitching generally, so people understand what pitching is and what pitching is not.
So pitching in a nutshell is doing a brief introduction that introduces your business, your brand, your book, your product or service in such a way that it leads closer to the sale, the investment, the referral, the opportunity, the promotion. And the reason why I say that is because people think pitches are all about just business, but there's 6 different forms of pitching: elevator, media, investor, sales, speaker, and interview pitches. And Queen, if I could take it back for a second, remember how you just told them that Verizon sponsors me to speak? How many speakers know you can be a sponsored speaker? Most do not. So because I'm a resident pitch expert from Verizon, how did they vet me? How did they see that I was the only choice that matters? And that's what a pitch should do, make you the only choice that matters. People don't look at me as just the attorney turned. I am the killer pitch master and the rainmaking speaker. Let me tell you what a pitch isn't. Minutes upon minutes of giving your whole bio. Each pitch should be tailored to the audience you're going to be in front of, period. So the reason why I've been able to be successful in pitching, and my clients have been successful in winning money in pitch competitions, $500,000, 50,000, 100,000, or whatever, or getting training contracts, is because what we do is show them how to make themselves the only choice that matters to who they want to go after. They're not thinking small, they're thinking big. And in order for me to be noticed by the big boys or the top Fortune 100, I had to be clear that I'm not another sales trainer. I'm a rainmaker. And I can show you how to make it rain. So there are a lot of people who think pitching is, even though they say 30 seconds, I'm going to take 3 minutes to talk about how great I am. What's in it for them? How do you make them want to learn more about you? Go on LinkedIn, check you out, see if you're, and keep checking you out to see if you're consistent and persistent. We got a lot of people who talk a good game, but can't measure up in execution. So a pitch shouldn't be boring. And yes, you can be an introvert and measure every word for maximum impact. Or you can be loud and as bold as I am. Or you can be in the middle. But the most important thing is to put your best self out there with the right words and message that will resonate with that target market.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Deani. Deani says, I love friendships. And we love Deani.
We love Deani.
Deani, I got to get you on. Right? I got to get Deani on live with
you. You definitely got to do that.
I got to get Deani on live because Deani is also our sponsor. Deani is the Winter Immigration Law Academy.
I know she is so needed. If she didn't ever, she was needed. She is so needed now. Come on now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are we all attorney?
The Immigration Annex, Willa, Winter Law Practice, like all of it. So we gotta give a
clock the T. Clock the T. Do you see how powerful the 3 amigas are? Do you see that? Okay, great.
Right, all attorneys.
Okay,
all attorneys.
Yes.
So here's the thing, Precious. So one of the things, like when you were just saying, like do 30 seconds or 3 minutes, and really, if people listen to you, some people are shocked. Some people,
yes, a lot of people are shocked. Right? Yes,
some people are shocked when you open your mouth and they're looking at you. But one of the things that I know for certain, because I witnessed it, is that the people are drawn to that. And when I say people are drawn to that, what I want to talk about is corporate. The women that I work with, as you know, are women experts who come out of corporate. They have decades of experience. They're lawyers, they're doctors, they're PhDs, they're HR professionals, they're accountants, they're all the things. They have all of these years of experience, and we're in corporate, and we are trained in corporate to be buttoned up and do the things. And then we come out into entrepreneurship, and we want to now take our skills and go back into corporate, but on the side of being an expert, being a consultant, a trainer, a speaker. and we feel that we still have to abide by those rules. Can you just disabuse that notion for me, please? Because
I just want to clock
I
the
tell
T
people
that you
this
was
all
just
the
saying.
time. If they wanted corporate again, they
They
have
would
it
go
inside of their
internal.
places. Thank
They
you.
would go internal.
Thank
So
you.
Queen, when I said Queen Kelly, Kelly CC, let me be clear, because I don't know if y'all heard that. If they wanted just the traditional corporate person, a lot of them are looking for the wrecking balls and someone who's going to come in and transform and change. And sometimes you can't find that internally because they're so enmeshed in the system. So when people heard me pitch or train, they're just like, "You're colorful, you're bright." I said, "And I'm professional grade." My branding is about being bold. My branding is about taking you out of your shell and having the world experience you. So you will always see me in color. You will always see me bright, bold, because these companies know what they're hiring. They know it's going to be professional grade. And here's something else, Queen Kelly. I always ask the corporations and organizations and private associates that hire me, why did you hire me? Because I just thought it was, pitching and rainmaking sales. Do you know the number one thing they say? Your energy. We don't have people who have your type of energy. They look me up. They're like, "Oh, you've been in media. You've been doing this all your life." I was like, "Yes," but I will say 20 years of my life, I played the corporate game of being small.
Mhm.
But in the courtroom, I was, listen, let's get it, F. Lee Bailey, let's get it, Johnny Cochran, let's get it.
I
But
love the
in the
courtroom. That's
office,
the only thing I miss.
right? I love the drama and all of that, because people think
Yeah.
all attorneys, all we do is read. You don't need us for reading, but being able to be persuasive and have a compelling argument, that you involve in pitching too. So if you want to get noticed, are you get noticing what everybody else says? No. I didn't get to where I got by following the playbook of people who were in corporate. I got to where I got by understanding entrepreneurship, and being a speaker is not going with this supposed tried and true that's not working in today's world. So you are going to have to stand out in some way. Pitching is not something I thought I could do. But when my back was against the wall and no one would invest in Curvy Girls Lingerie, what did I have to do? Go into a room where it was obvious I was the only choice that mattered. And that set so many things off. I did it on national television, walked away with $500,000, 327 pounds. Now, if I walked in and said, "Hi, my name is Precious Williams. I'm the proud founder and CEO of the Perfect Pitch Group. And we train companies, corporations, foundations, and nonprofits how to make it rain and slay the game. If you would like to learn more, check out our website, www.perfectpitchgroup.com. My name is Precious Williams. I'm the proud founder and CEO of the Perfect Pitch Group. Thank you. Here's my business card. If I said that, people be like, okay, she's inauthentic. That don't even seem like her personality. That seems like listen,
Mhm.
I don't know who that is. Another thing that what I'm loving about what they're going to experience at the Speaker Expo is you're going to hear different types of speakers and know that we're all successful.
Mhm.
So none of us sound alike. So you may be in these programs or something that are telling you you should sound like this or whatever. No one can certify me. I've been doing this for 31 years out of my 47 years. Who was training in pitching? Nobody.
Mhm.
So why wouldn't I go into a space and exploit it? And yeah, I'm chocolate. That does not stop me. And so I don't care if it's Ivy League grad, whatever, or you come from a certain family. When it comes to that stage, I'm gonna make you pay. I don't care what your name is. I'm coming to slice and dice. I'm coming to put in that work. I'm coming to give you the pitch, please. When it
Pitch,
comes to me,
please.
pitch, please.
So let's talk about Pitch Please, and let's talk about Fix My Pitch
Okay.
Live and what the people can expect to experience live in Atlanta at the 6th, March 16th through the 18th. Y'all see it scrolling across the bottom. Get your tickets. We're
Get your
going.
tickets like now, and call a friend to call a friend, and what tell a friend that y'all all come through.
Or
So
scan the QR code, like get your tickets.
yes,
So let's talk about Fix
Precious
My
fix my
Pitch
pitch. Okay,
Live
okay.
and what they can experience, what they can expect to experience.
So at fix my pitch live. What I would love is if you come with a 30 to 60 second pitch, and you get to go head to head with me. One of the greatest gifts is I can break down and build up your pitch right before your eyes. So some of you may be like, I've read books, I've done this or whatever, and it's not working. One, it might not be the right pitch for the right audience. You could have the wrong pitch with the wrong, you could have the right pitch, wrong audience, or wrong pitch with the right audience, and you're totally missing things. The second thing is when people don't even understand the basics, how are they ever going to slay with their pitch? So being able to not start with your name and the name of your company and things like that don't matter until they have to matter. And then just imagine this, you're going to be in a safe, supportive environment with a 13-time national champion who has hosted a television show on pitching, who is still sought after by multi-million-dollar businesses to break down and build up their pitches as accelerators. Most importantly, you'll have an audience around you who is learning in real time too. So some people are going to be afraid and they're just going to watch what they're going to learn. So there'll be a primer on pitching, but most importantly, I want you to come knowing that your hand will be held, but you're learning from the KPM, the killer pitch master. And I do want you to slay all competition. So don't be afraid. This is a teachable moment for everyone in the room. And when you think about it, why would Kelly have this? Why would she bring in the pitching component? Because as speakers, you need to have your speaker pitch. Some of you may have products and services or something like that. Wouldn't it be nice if you tapped into the right audience instead of saying, I'm selling to everybody or anyone who did that? You're not selling to everybody. Some people will sop you up with a biscuit if you're in the right industry. Some of y'all are pitching to oversaturated industries when there are other industries. And so you'll get that at Fix My Pitch. And so it's not just the words, it's not just the messaging, but also what are other industries you've never thought of that have never seen someone like you? I'm a former attorney. How did I get known? In media. And then I took that to small business owners and then Ivy League institutions. Yes, Harvard and Columbia. Then to top HBCUs, PWIs, and then into tech, like the LinkedIn's, Googles, and Microsofts of the world. And then it went to private associations. And then here I am keynoting, I'm training, I'm doing this for all kinds of clients, because pitching is still specific, but you can change it and customize it for different audiences. And so that's what you're going to learn at Fix My Pitch at the Speaker Expo, hosted by Kelly Charles Collins, March 16th through the 18th. Scan that QR code and tell a friend and get a friend, and 3 of y'all come in all together because y'all going to get this work. And I promise you, if you think you're going to be bored, do I look like somebody who's boring? Does Kelly look like she's somebody who's boring? Does Deanna, y'all ain't even met her? Does she look, she ain't going to be somebody who's boring? And there's going to be these great resources. And if I can just say one last thing, Kelly.
Yeah.
Verizon didn't know who I was until the right person said my name and put me in front of them, not telling me anything. And from that one experience, they hired me to do a course, which is on the Verizon Small Business Digital Ready program. And from there, when they saw me do it for media, then they started sending me around to different conferences around the world, around the nation. I didn't know that was possible. So you don't know what's possible until you're in the right rooms.
That's right.
Until you're in the right industries. And that's what you're going to experience at the Speaker Expo. So if you're speaking, you don't think it's up to Paul, come through. If you're like, oh, I do want to learn how to create a speaker pitch, or I do want to know how to stand out in a crowded marketplace, or maybe you belong somewhere else and someone needs to guide you, you're in the right place.
I love it. I love it. I'm so excited about it because, one of the things, so, when you were just talking about, going from the tech industry to, going to, all the different Microsoft, the LinkedIn's, the, law firms, going back into the legal arena and just going into the different industries, it brought me back to the conversation that we had a long time ago when I said to you, like, that's not you. I was just looking at you and listening to you. And I said to you,
I remember,
your lane is corporate. Your lane is corporate. And I think, what I want to say about that is I'm not the pitch master, right? That's not my, like, I do what I do, but right, that's
And you
your
do it
lane.
well. Okay.
But what I'm really, really good at is seeing people. What I'm really, really good at is like seeing lanes and being like, I don't know about that. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's the idea of the six, is to really bring you into a space with somebody like me and Precious and all of the speakers who are going to be there, to understand that we have all of our own gifts, but we collabosource, as I call it, together
There's
so
ladies
that
who leverage,
we
ain't
can
forgot.
see, right? So that we can see each other and say, hey, move this way, right? So what I was saying about Precious is that, and this is to her point about being in the right rooms, right? Um, when I met Precious and she was doing her first book, she would say, hey, I'm gonna be on this live, or I'm gonna be on this webinar. Can you come? Right? She would invite all of us, and I would go. And what I realized is that those rooms were too small for her, and that those spaces were not the places for her to be. It was nice, right? It was a
It was
nice
cute.
thing,
It was a bop.
right? But I said to her, we had a conversation one day, and I said to her, your money is in corporate. And I remember telling her, like, you need to charge this amount of money and you need to go after corporate contracts. And she was like, for real? And I was like, for real. And she listened. And like, I am so proud of you. And, I'm not, I take credit for seeing that, right? And pushing you in that direction, but you've done all the work of taking that knowledge and taking that advice and not being like, whatever, and like just like kicking doors down, kicking doors down. And I've watched you year after year just kick more doors down. And I think that's an important thing that you said about the rooms and really understanding where you need to be, and that while we may have expertise that can serve a lot of different people, we're not a buffet. We're not the Cheesecake Factory menu. And we need to start understanding, where are we most valuable, not just to other people, but to ourselves. And I think that's the thing that you really locked into, and that has allowed you to then go from, like, be in spaces where people were maybe just seeing you as, oh, she just helps people with their pitch, to know, I am a sales trainer. I am a rainmaker. Right. So to be able to expand your horizon. So I just wanted to bring that to the fore, because you and I know the backstory, but
We
for people
do.
to really understand why that backstory, and why listening to people and being in rooms where people are not just there to, be like, do this, do this, do this, but here's what I'm seeing. Here's where, and to watch it, not just somebody say it, but to watch it come to fruition. And so, I just wanted to give you your flowers around that, because I watch you all the time, and I talk about you all the time. And when I talk about the idea of being exactly who you are and showing up exactly as who you are every time and everywhere, you are the example that I use, because I've watched you say, what is it, balls
Yep.
to the wall,
Balls
like
to the wall. Yeah, I
balls to
was
the
speaking at
wall
a Microsoft
on
event. I will never
Microsoft,
forget that.
on a corporate training, and watch the people after the corporate training not get enough of you. So we gotta do what we gotta do. So
Well, I think
go ahead.
also in that, what you're also missing is your flowers.
Oh,
So I'm a tall woman. I'm a bigger woman. Most people don't really say no to me in my face, or don't really coach me, and so just like with my book publisher, when you said that, of course I'm all shocked, because you never think, you think small.
mm,
And I think part of me was trapped in my past, like, oh, these are the levels. And you're like, no, corporations will understand that you really are gifted, and you're also very funny. So it's not going to be oh, we're going to have to
mhm,
go through this for hours with someone we really are bored by. And you built a name for yourself. So trade on what you built in the marketplace. You built a name and a brand without the big PR machine or anything like that. And so I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was scared. I really, really was. I ain't telling everyone I'm scared. And so I started putting myself out there, writing 5 number one best-selling books and seeing great things. But there was a part of me that just did not believe these companies would come. So it went from me pursuing them and then letting my network start to do business development for me. And by them saying my name, I knew it was going to be a paid engagement.
Right.
And all I had to do was walk through the door and deliver. And so that's some of the things that you learn when you're with Kelly. And that's one of the things that's going to hit you at the speaker expo. And so
Industry
I need
Expo.
y'all to speaker industry expo. She always has to
Just
get
call
it
it the
together,
six,
y'all.
girl. It's easier.
Because I always like to call it the Sixpo. That's really what I want to call it. Anyway,
I know you want to go.
so my point is, right, this is not waxing poetic. I'm she ain't tell you that she worked with me. She's like, oh, I was just saying a couple words. No, you worked with me. And so when I flex these names, y'all can check them out because I have real receipts. Real receipts. I'm not just putting people up there. I'm not just putting names up there. There's actually testimonials. So in the end, the most important thing is, yes, even as an attorney, even as someone who's been doing things for years, there are things I had to let go of and understand the spaces that needed me and would pay a premium for me until she said it, I wouldn't have believed I could do it. And then when I started to do it, it changed the game. And now they're coming to me. And I put them off on my agent. Yes, I have an agent. Yes. Clock that seat. Because when you get hot, people don't know what to do with you.
Tell them, girl, tell them you got an agent. Listen, don't play.
Got more trying to come. What you talking about?
So listen, if you all don't get in the room, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you. You be looking at these pictures like, I wish.
Right. Because those who are in the room, those who are going to be there, those who understand that it is time to bet on yourself. The Speaking Industry Expo is built as an incubator. It is not a conference for you to come and take notes. So if you want to just come take notes and get inspired and get motivated, that ain't it. You're going to get inspired and you're going to get motivated, but the idea is for you to be activated. And so we have built it as an incubator so that you need to bring your laptop. You need to have your ChatGPT account because we're going to get the work done. We are going to build out your positioning. We're going to build out your packaging so you have your offers. We are going to work on your pricing. We are going to work on your pitching. We are going to help you with your systems because our presenting sponsor, Go High Level, Go High Level or High Level, whichever you know it as.
Right.
They are going to be there and they're going to be training you on the systems, like how to use their system to really run your business. It's not good enough to just have our expertise. That's what a lot of us are suffering from as Black women experts and Black women business owners. We are suffering from the fact that what we've created for ourselves is just a job. So we go out there and we do the thing that we know how to do, and we're not building the infrastructure for our businesses. And so that's what the 6 is all about, is really building that infrastructure. And it's not just the infrastructure, meaning like the systems and, all of those things. The other infrastructure that the 6 is meant to build is the social capital. You heard Precious talk about when she started going into corporate, then she started having her network do her business development, right? Do her referrals, speak her name in rooms, right? Put her in place. We as Black women suffer from a lack of that type of social capital and network. And so the 6 is just the beginning. There's something else that I'm working on that is the continuation of it. But Precious knows this about me. Anybody who has met me in this entrepreneurial space knows this about me. I started this way with Ladies Who Leverage, right? And pulling
That's
women,
what I came through,
right? For this very same purpose of understanding how do we, and that's where I came up with the term collabosourcing. how do we work together? How do we leverage our expertise, our resources, and our relationships to build our businesses, our brands, and our badassery, but as a collective? And so the 6 is like it's like a big vision, and it's gonna happen in
And it's gonna
3
break it
days.
down, break it down to base elements.
Mhm. Yeah, and so that's just the beginning of it. So Precious is gonna be a part of it. We have 6 amazing women speakers, experts who are going to be on the Iconic Talks stage. Iconic Talks is my stage that I'm building, and there's gonna be more about that later too. And then we did it last year, and we're doing it again this year. And then we'll have our sponsors who will do their training. We'll also have our pink party, because we're gonna have a good time. Because I don't know if y'all know, I love to dance. I love music. The more
She
ratchet,
be
the
fly
better.
too. She be fly with it.
305 till I die.
212-646-314.
305 till I die.
Yeah.
Right? So we are going to have a good time, but we are also
Yes.
going to get the work done. So as Precious says, right? She says it more hype than me, and this is the thing, right? So that you can see, like, she's really, really hype, and that's how she shows up. And I'm not, right? But it doesn't mean that you can't be effective. It's just how you get across what you get across. And so that's what she's going to help you do. So don't be afraid. Don't think, oh my God, but I'm not like Precious. You can't be like Precious. Nobody's like Precious. And you
I
don't
would
want to
want
be
you to
like
be.
Precious. You need to be like you. And so all can coexist in the world, and all can succeed. You just need to have the right skills and tools and relationships to be able to do it. The expertise, the resources, and relationships. That's what we need to have. And that's what we're going to get at the 6. So go to Speaking Industry Expo, XPO.com, and grab your ticket. It's scrolling across the bottom. It's on the QR code. It's in the comments. Get in where you fit in. I don't know what to tell you, but March 16th through the 18th, we're going to be in the A.
I'm on
Right?
it. I'm on it. And you know what? I graduated from Spelman, so you already know. And this is my 25th anniversary this year. I know, right? ATL shouting.
That's where we're going to be. Where are you going to be? Are you going to be there? Get your ticket. Get your ticket. We'll be there. We're going to have a good time. And
call a couple of your friends, because we got to do that.
Right. And don't be those people who at the end be like, oh, I wish I was going to go. But listen, the tickets are $275. If you at this point want to do what we're doing, want to be an expert, want corporations to be paying you $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, 6 figures, 7 figures, if you want that and you're not ready and not willing to invest $275, yes, I know you got flights and all, so it may come out to $1,500.
First of all, y'all don't know who's going to be. Y'all don't know which.
You don't know who's going to be in the room.
That's what you don't know. And so you're like, we can't give you that, because if we, I'm gonna be in the room. Trust and believe that.
Me too. So we'll see you there or not.
Pitch, please go get your tickets now.
So I know that Precious is really busy, so I'm gonna let her go. I'm gonna let y'all go. I got work to do to make sure that this is an amazing experience for you. Go grab your ticket, speakingindustryexpo.com, scan the QR code. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. But see you March 16th through the 18th, 2026. We'll be at the 6. Love you. I can't ever do that, girl. My fingers are too fat.
Girl, these young people are trying to teach me. I said, I'm just gonna go with this. I hope y'all understand.
All right. What you gonna do?
All right. Love you all.
Love y'all. Bye.